Thanks for checking out another one of our videos here on YouTube. This is going to be a how to test and repair video on a Gallagher S40. This is one of their later style units. They came out with this model back in, I think, 2018. So it's been around for a little while now. They're just starting to come out of warranty. On the older, the earlier versions are just starting to come out of warranty now. But I think 2018 is when they came out with a 3-year warranty in January 2018. So I don't know if I got to look at this one. I don't know if this one's under warranty or not. We'll have to look at there's no receipt with it. So I have to look at the serial number and see how much time that buys us, because sometimes if the receipt's gone, you can't find it. We can look at the serial number of the unit, and that will help us out on if it will buy us some time for warranty, because unless it sits on the shelf for a long time, serial number is going to be off a little bit from, of course, when it was built from when it was sold. But if it's not too far off, then we can try to do a warranty on it. So, but here's our information right here. So if you want to send us something, there is links in the description area down below that you can click on, take you right to our website. Fencerfixer.com is our website. There's our information. You can email, call, text anytime you want. And our address, ship things too. We also work on Gallagher and True Test low bars and scales. Cattlescalerepair.com is the website for that. But we work on all brands and ages, these electric fence boxes. So if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, we appreciate that. We'll hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate that as well. So, all right, there is a battery, and I don't know if it's hooked up or not, but let's turn it to the battery check first, see if it, all right, green light comes on, so that means the battery's okay. Let's turn it to here, see if it clicks or anything. All right, well, it is clicking, and the green light's flashing. That's a good sign. Well, let's test the output. This customer sent the leads in with it, with the alligator clips on there, so we'll clip the fence tester on there and see what we get. I would imagine it should be 7,000 or higher. Ooh, nothing at all. All right, well, let's. A little dirty inside there. A little dirty inside there, but not bad. Let's take the take these knobs. Ow! Oh man, my wrist. I slipped on some ice here a couple weeks ago. My wrist still bothering me, but I had a X-ray done. No broken bones, no fractures, just bruise contusion they called it, bruised bone or something. The only thing I can do is just kind of deal with it, take some medicine as needed. So we'll take the screws off here. Bad thing is it's on my right hand, my dominant hand. Oh God! All right, there's one knob. There's the other knob. Let's go right to the terminals in the back here and see what we got. So if this goes way up high, then we'll know. Okay, our leads or clamps, something's got a problem there. No, still nothing. My gauge is stuck on the yellow, but it's not moving. It's not jumping. So, all right, we got a problem on the inside. All right. So if it was flashing red on here, it flashed red, but your battery check showed green, then you could try doing a reset on it, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. Basically, you take it apart, take the screw off the back, and open the back of it up. And you would hold with it turned off, face down, away from any kind of light. You'd hold the battery leads together for a minute or so. This kind of drain any energy out of the unit. With that solar panel being face down, it's blocking the light from the panel so it doesn't try to power it on or whatever. And then once that does that, as long as your battery was good, had over, what's a 6 volt or 12 volt? This is a 6 volt battery, big 6 volt battery in it. So as long as your battery is over 6 volts, you could try doing that reset, see if it helps. But most likely not going to help any. Okay, well, ours doesn't need that done to it, so we're going to pull the wires out. Come on. Get this little battery mount box thing out of the way. And we need to take the screws out. There's 4 screws, but you only have to remove 2 to do this kind of repair. 2 at the bottom here are the ones you got to remove. There's 2 at the top here, but you don't have to worry about those. All right, now you're going to lift up the back here, and it's going to come out like kind of a 45-degree angle. There's a circuit board up there. Most likely, what's wrong with it is the transformer. There's capacitors on the front side of this board all over the place, and so this has probably got a charge built up in it. So what we want to do, I'm going to take these 2 screws out here. Might have to take more out. Nope, that's it. Alright, then we've got to unplug the solar panel wire. And then there's a battery wire on the front side here. So there's a bunch of capacitors right there. Pretty sophisticated board. As you can see, they have a shine to the board there. There's a conformal coating all across this board, mostly on the little electronic things here. That's to protect the board from corrosion and moisture and stuff like that. And they got a pretty good glaze starting about here and all the way across. Kind of see it shimmery, kind of see it lighten up there. You guys see the difference between right about there is where it starts and it goes all the way across. Alright, so our problem is probably the transformer, and I don't think Gallagher offers this transformer as a replacement. I don't think so. Alright, so what we can do, 2 things. We can install a new board, call it done, or we can try to see if we've got a transformer that will work for it. Let me go take a look. Oh, wrong one. Alright, the new transformer, but it's the same. I think the pinouts and everything are the same. Let's try that first. Let's try just putting a new transformer on it first. One thing I want to do is I want to try to discharge some of these capacitors. Work with it from that, like that. All right, let me let's snip off this used up desolder braid. Let's get the old solder iron cleaned off, and let's see if we can just suck the solder off here and solder another one on and see what happens. because it was still clicking. This has got solder on the front side too. I can see a big old hole down inside there, but there's a lot of solder coming through from the front, so this must be a double-sided board for solder. Solder on the front side and the back side. So you think you got it all pulled off on the front and the back side, but then there's more coming through from the front side. So quite a bit of solder on here. Come on. Ow. Hot. Come on. If this unit wasn't clicking, every time it flashed the green light, then I think we'd have other issues somewhere else. Maybe you might just have to put a new board in it. But I think we're going to try this first. This cheapest option at the moment. Ow. Come on. Ow. It has that conformal coating on there, so it's got kind of a funky smell to it when it starts heating up. But then it's also got to burn it off so that it actually gets to the solder joint itself, because these two over here, ow, I've got solder in the way, or that conformal coating in the way. Alright, let's take these screws off. God, solder braid's hot. Okay, hopefully. Okay. Okay, there's still a little solder on this front side here that we gotta get off there. Ow. Come on. Alright. So let's see which sitting that. Okay, it's got a pin out there for it, so I think we'll be okay. As long as we get these pins straight on here, should plug right in. There it goes. Alright, and we'll put okay. Hopefully this fixes it. If not, then you have to just put a new board in the thing. Ow. And we have to reinstall it into the case because this has got this switch. You can't test it without it being inside the case because this switch here, there's a magnet inside here. And it's not a physical contact. If you look inside, I'm turning the switch, but you see, nothing turns. It's got a magnet inside here, and that magnet talks to something on the board through magnetism, basically, through induction or whatever. And so that's how it turns itself on and off, and all that other stuff. So you can't really do it without that being in there. So it has to be plugged back in. Oh, hot. Inside there. Come on. Alright, so now we're going to put the screws back to it, hold it in place. There's a couple screw holes up here, but they're missing. I think there's supposed to be screws up there too, but there's nothing there. Alright. The only other screws I got are the ones that were holding the case together. Alright, so there's that. We'll get rid of these spider webs. Alright, so now going to, actually we'll take the front so the panel doesn't fall over. You have to kind of put it in at an angle, start up here, and roll it forward. There's that. Put this on this, at least this one screw, so that way it doesn't come apart while I'm just trying to stand it up. Alright, we're going to hook up power supply to it first, and then we'll bring the battery over. So we're going to put it to 6.6 volts ought to work. Should be about 6.2 minimum to really run it right, or 6.1 maybe. But we're going to do that, and then we'll it likes that so far. Alright, let's put the tester on the back side of the bolts here for the fence and ground. And let's just hope like heck it goes to working. There it is. Almost 8,000 volts coming out of it, so that fixed that one. Alright, so now we can finish the assembly of it. We'll put the other screw down here. We'll get the put the fencing or the battery back up, hook it back up on there. Alright, and then we'll put that screw back in the back case here. Hook up the fence and ground wires for the customer again. So get those, come on, tangled mess of wire. Which one's fence, which one's ground? Well, luckily it's label on there with a lightning bolt for the fence, the red, which is up top. Bottom one's at the ground symbol on there, so the bottom one's green for ground. Just finger tight, doesn't immediately crank down with a pair of pliers. Let's spray a little cleaner on this. And then we'll hook up the tester again to alligator clips. Turn the switch on. Getting almost 8,000 volts out of it. So this one's raring to go. Alright, so we're going to box it up, ship it back to the customer. Should be able to get the thing going, or get the thing out the door today. I think it's early enough. So if you got one of these things, wants to take a look at, be happy to take a look at it for you. There's information right there. We work on all brands and ages of these things. We just have a 1.5-year warranty on the repairs that we do. So if you got any questions, get a hold of us. Want to ship us something, get a hold of it. Ship it to us. Be happy to take a look at it. And a lot cheaper to fix it. Even if we had to put a new board in there, this was still cheaper to do that than it is to buy a new one of these things. And we do sell parts on occasion to people, so if they want to try to do it themselves. This kind of job with desoldering, unless you got a whole bunch of desoldering braid or whatever, then because like I said, it's double-sided solder, soldered on the front side and the back side, and it took about this much desolder braid to get all that shit off there, so we could get the transformer out. So it wasn't just like suck it right up. It took a little bit of time to get it all off there. So there you go. Alright, well, hopefully you like this kind of stuff. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about us, and we're happy to work on something for you. We work on all brands and ages of these fence chargers and get these things going all the time for people. So until next time, we'll see you guys later on, and have a good day.